Hi everyone, it's your favourite Atomic Blonde here with a little bit of pop chat. So today I am going to be talking to you about my reaction, a few light spoilers to the new show Mobland, which has just dropped on Paramount Plus today. This has very much been promoted as sort of Guy Richie vehicle. Now, this is true. But to be clear, Guy Richie is directing this, and he actually only directs 2 episodes, the first 2 episodes. Then there are another 2 directors on there. The other main one that most people know is Anthony Bryan or Brain, Byrne, and he was a director, probably best known for Peaky Blinders. So again, good stable. And then one other guy who's doing another couple of episodes. So just to make that very clear, this isn't written by Guy Ritchie. He's not directing all the episodes, but that isn't a negative in any way, shape or form. But it was very much marketed as like, this is Guy Ritchie. This is not The Gentleman. It's not going to have that humour, that kind of cheekiness that Guy Ritchie shows have. So as you can see from here, it's starring Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan, Helen Mirren. You've got an absolutely stellar cast here. Other people I know that people would know is like Paddy Considine, who is amazing in season 1 of House of the Dragon. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. He plays Pierce Brosnan's son in this, who is Conrad Harrigan. He's got a bit of a mob father. He runs the Harrigan family. He's got fingers in lots of pies. And Tom Hardy's Harry D'Souza. He's right-hand man. Other people you'll probably know, and sort of is Daniel Betts, who plays Richie. Sorry, not Daniel Betts. He plays Brendan, another one of Pierce Brosnan's character's sons. Jeff Bell, who plays Richie, who's like one of his main rivals. He was just recently been in Marching Powder with Danny Dyer. Very funny film. Let me know if you want a review on that. I did go to see it. Wasn't sure if this channel's cup of tea, but more than happy to drop a review in. Drop it down in the comments if you want me to do one. Yeah, so the premise, I mean, this goes in hard and fast. It's very gritty. Obviously, lots of swearing, violence, and I really enjoyed. On the back of that, I really enjoyed the first episode. It absolutely grips you from the jump. You kind of got that. You know, you got sort of Pierce Brosnan, like I say, it starts off like a negotiation. You've got Harry D'Souza, Tom Hardy's character, 2 rival gangs arguing, and you know, a war's gonna like break out. He's like negotiating, and he's sort of like you know, guys, that before this gets out of hand, let's just apologize. Let's handshake. Let's move on. They both say we won't apologize, but we're happy to handshake. Tom Hardy runs that past Pierce Brosnan. They're like, well, what do we think? And he's like, yeah, the truce will last 7 months. We're back where we started. So they're like, okay, so we need another course of action. Come out and basically just gun them all down. Take over their business. So straight out the gate. And this is basically what you're going to get through this. Now, the main sort of story arc, or seems to be where we're going with this, is that so Paddy Considine is, as I said, one of Pierce Brosnan's sons. His son goes out with some mates, and one of those mates is Richie's son. And they're both sort of saying, God, if like my dad or your dad knew we were out, we're like absolutely dead. They'd like, you know, skin us alive because they're like rivals. Whilst in the club, so they're all like, you know, doing drugs and whatever. They go to this really seedy club, this sort of sex club. And the son of Paddy's character, who is, I think, Eddie. Let me just check that. Eddie Harrington, who's played by Anson Boone, stabs a guy. They all leg it, and he gets separated from his other friends. Then he catches up with Richie's son by the canal, and they're seen sort of walking off together. Cut to the next day. Paddy's friend character, Kevin Harrigan, is frantically trying to get hold of Tom Hardy's character, and saying, like, Eddie came home, he's covered in blood, what are we going to do? And it all appears that this is obviously from where he stubbed the guy in the club, but when we saw him leave the club, he had no blood on him. And then the next thing we know, Richie's son is missing. So I'm not going to go into any more than that. I think that's enough spoilers, but that's basically the sort of setup of the show. And oh my God, the ending went in hard. End of this first episode, you were just like, really sets out the story of Pierce Brosnan's character and Helen Mirren. I mean, Helen Mirren just seems a bit of a psycho in this, as is Pierce Brosnan. But yeah, Pierce's character here gets told something and acts on it, and that's all I'm going to say. But so far, I mean, it's only one episode. It's obviously really hard to call. You can definitely tell that Guy Ritchie directed this. The acting's stellar. I'm really enjoying the writing. Like you say, it's off to the races, like from the opening scene. Solid all the way through. You really understand, it's really sort of painted the world for you. You understand the sort of dynamics. And towards the end, like all his Pierce Brosnan's kids are all sort of called to the house, and you see he's got a daughter who's mixed race. She's looks like part Indian or Pakistani, something like that. So, and there was obviously a comment from Helen Mirren. So obviously at some point he's had an affair. So all these things are sort of dripping into place. There's sort of some and still a lot of animosity there from Helen Mirren, and it's not clear whether she's the mother to all the boys, the other characters, or not, because she's like very sort of cold and standoffish. But given she's about the same age as Pierce Brosnan's character, it looks like they've been married a very long time. So I'm assuming she's their mother. So very solid writing. It's actually written by Ronan Bennett and Jez Butterworth. Now, Ronan Bennett is probably best known. He recently wrote on the remake of Day of the Jackal, which has recently been on Sky with Eddie Redmayne. He's also done Top Boy and Deadshot. He actually created the show and he's a writer. Now, his co-writer is Jez Butterworth, who is known for like Edge of Tomorrow and The Mum 66, but he's also unfortunately known for being a co-writer of The Dial of Dysentery. So bit of a mixed bag there, but personally, Edge of Tomorrow, Tom Cruise, love that film. They keep saying they're going to make a sequel. Let's hope they do. But anyway, for now, I am giving Mobland a thumbs up. I'm definitely pulled in. I'm really excited to see where this show goes. Hopefully the rest of the seasons will be rest of the episodes will be as solid as episode 1, but bearing in mind Guy Ritchie is only directing the first 2 episodes. But ultimately, obviously, it comes down to writing, where the story goes, characterization, and so far so good. Absolutely stellar cast. So fingers crossed they're not going to sign up to a dud, but we'll have to wait and see. It's on Paramount. It's dropping weekly. First episode dropped today. So, as always, love to know your thoughts. What are you thinking? Is this your sort of thing? I mean, obviously, if you're into any kind of like mob type, certainly if you're into the sort of British gangster type shows and films, like the Guy Ritchie stuff or Danny Dyer stuff or Rise of the Foot Soldier, all that kind of thing. And again, even like the American sort of like Penguin, Sopranos, I think you'll absolutely love this. Go check it out. Love to know your thoughts. Drop them in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Promising start. Let's see where we end up with Mobland. And as always, please do like, share, and subscribe. Really important to the channel. It's great to have some new members. Welcome aboard. That's about it, really. That's all I can say. So far, so good. let's keep everything crossed it stays that way, because obviously a few shows have finished recently. Severance ended on a high for me. I'll probably do a season roundup of that one if people are interested. I really enjoyed season 2. Some other shows have finished as well. So as I say, that's why I've not really put a lot out there recently in terms of reviews, because not been a lot to review. Go check out my review of A Working Man. That's I dropped that what day is it today? Yesterday, Saturday. The new Jason Statham film, original material by Chuck Dixon, screenplay by David Ayer and Stallone, and directed by David Ayer. Cracking Statham film. Go check out the review. Yeah. So, and there will be a bit of Sunday lunch coming up as well. That hasn't happened for a while. So, chatting about the Snow White debacle. And what I'm looking forward to coming up. I mean, I obviously at the start of the year, I kind of put a few shows that I was really looking forward to seeing. Some of those have been and gone now. And there's some more shows that are mainly coming out in April, so some a bit more in the summer. But I'll let you know which ones I'm going to be looking out for, and love to know your thoughts as always. So I'll be back very, very soon with a bit of Sunday lunch. So you will take care now. Bye-bye.